it, block, confirm yes, and it sounds like a little video game, Shannon. It goes, "Ooh," because it hung up on that person. So I love this. You don't have to say anything to them or come up with something clever to say. You don't have to do anything. Touch that button. It drops that call immediately. And then that person, that scam caller, robocall, whatever it is, they can never get through to you ever again.
They
So
can't.
awesome.
Okay, so here's what's happening. It is the beginning, or it's the start of our 11 o'clock hour together, our last hour of electronics before you see my other Shannon and a brand new Today's Special at 12 midnight, of course. Lori Leland is here with us. It's been a big day for electronics here at the network. All of our computers have basically sold out, which is fun for me because then they had to they were forced to rewrite this show. Not that it wasn't already a great one, but they found some things just for me and just for you for this hour of time together. We do have a tablet that's coming up, and I've heard a rumor about a little secret surprise that my producer is trying to keep me in the dark on. But if you are channel surfing to help you create the life you love, I've always said, was call blocking, we had you at hello. Because if you're tired of those robocalls, if you're tired of those hang-ups, if you're tired of all those disruptions, the ones that we don't need, because now our homes are certainly our castle, but there are school, there are bank, there are work. I mean, that's where we're living our lives. So why have any of those inconveniences or disruptions from the people that you don't want calling you? So if all you got was this beautiful, stylish base that really, I mean, looks better than a phone, and that's not to be disrespectful, but it's easy to read. You don't have to put any of your bifocals on or readers or anything like that. And large keypad, looks sexy in that rose gold, and then has a ton of features that basically makes this a personal assistant. Now, in addition to that, you are getting 3 satellite phones. That's also the biggest expansion package that we've ever offered, to my knowledge. And that doesn't mean that you need 3 separate phone lines. You just plug that into whatever wall outlet or AC outlet that you have, and then suddenly you've got a phone. So if the kids are bugging you for a phone in their room, or if they're using their cell phone just to make phone calls, I mean, great modern convenience features as well. So we would love to send it to you. Certainly grab it. We've sold close to 500,000, or actually in 2017, the FTC actually received almost, over 250,000 of those, complaints. And Lori, at the end of the day, this is more than convenience. This is living our lives the way that we want. This is making sure that the calls that we want to get through can get through without any disruptions. I mean, when you're getting that call from the doctor, you want to make sure that you're getting that call from the doctor and not some crazy person who's posing as this or that or the other thing. And it really does give you additional security, convenience, and a great price, especially for what you get, doesn't it?
It does. And you're right, this is like a home concierge. So this is gonna help you weed out the phone calls you don't want. What about robocalls? So this is a really cool feature that is just added on this brand new system. So I'm gonna actually call myself. So you can hear what's going on right here. Phones aren't ringing, okay? So I'm calling myself, but the phones aren't ringing. So it's silent here.
Please press 1 to connect your call.
So if I'm the caller, I hear that I need to press the number 1 in order for that call to go through.
Connect your call.
So I'm going to press 1. And now they suddenly start to ring. So you know what that does, Shannon? That ensures that anybody that gets through to you is an actual human being, right? So none of the robots, none of the robocalls will ever be able to get through to you. So that's a feature you can either turn on or off. This is a built-in digital answering machine with 17 minutes of record time. So if someone calls to leave a message for you, it's all digital. No tapes ever need to be replaced. It has the time and date stamp. But here's the cool thing now. This system will call you on your cell phone or a number that you designate and play the message to you. So Shannon, you can be connected to that phone number that you might be using for your home office and not have to give out your cell phone number, but still stay in touch and be able to get those messages. So that's a really cool feature as well. Shannon, I could do an hour on this phone system because there are so many features you might decide you want to use. This one even has sound detection. So I have a 6-year-old. I know a lot of you know that. And our baby monitor died a little while ago. And instead of, for a 6-year-old, replacing a $200 and something baby monitor, because we don't really need to see him at 6 years old, we just need to hear him, this is the perfect solution. We just put a handset right in his room. And then whenever he makes noises, or if he's talking to us or needs anything, he is going to, we don't have to do anything, just set it up, set it in his room on the base. And then when sound is detected, it calls us on the phone in our room. Or you can have it call you on an outside line. So if you have workers coming in, Shannon, this can call you on your cell phone and you can listen into that room where you set this up all day if you want. I mean, it's really amazing. It's almost like a home security feature. That's one of the many things built in as well. And with Deck 6 Plus, this basically has a built-in range extender. So your range away from the space station is going to be between 160 and 1,000 feet, depending on the layout of your home. So if you've always wanted maybe a phone in your bathroom, you can put one in there. If dad's out in the garage and he's doing a little bit of tinkering, you could have put a phone out there. You're going to have great range with this whole home solution. And Shannon, Panasonic, girl, you just can't do any better than that. This has all of the latest features you could possibly want.
I mean, it really does. And certainly, you know, I think things are in life are guided. That might be kind of funny to say about a phone, but you know, the truth is they really are still our front line of defense, whether it is for safety and security, if there is that power surge or that brownout, that electrical surge. You know, we forget that landline becomes essential. I mean, I love my cell phone as much as the next person, but the truth is it's really hard for me to get reception depending on which room that I'm in. So this is your go-to. You can always rely on it. It just happens to be sexy, sexy, and super stylish. It is from the #1 name when it comes to phones in America. It is basically an administrative assistant, you know, if the least of which it did was call block. I know we had you there, but then you also get those 3 satellite phones as well. Remember, you do not need a landline in order to use those. You can just plug those into an AC outlet, and then of course you can still take advantage of all of those convenience features. And Lori, that's interesting because we don't have these phones on the air very often anymore, but when we do, people really, really do respond. And you know, whether it is Father's Day, Mother's Day, whether it is for that senior, if it's just the safety and security of knowing that you do have at least that one landline, it's nice that we're doing a lot of convenience features that we typically rely on, well, basically for an administrative assistant or from, you know, those really high-tech phones that they put in some of those tour homes, those big homes. But Panasonic does it better for a better price, don't they?
They really do. And I mean, you said it, like, this is amazing for those of us officing from home right now. My cell phone isn't reliable here at my house. My signal is terrible. If I were relying on my cell phone to get all my business calls done from here at my home, I would be in serious trouble. And Shannon, you said it, this one has battery backup. So I've actually unplugged this home phone system. So if you're using this with a landline, like you said, this can connect you in that power outage situation. So I'm just going to pick up this one right here, and you can hear nice loud speakerphone. Everything is still illuminated and glowing. So even without having power connected, this phone system still works. Keep in mind, 1,000 name and number call blocking, plus that robocall feature as well. This has a really cool feature too, where you can set it to hear your voice. And then when you say answer call, as soon as anyone calls, it just goes straight to speakerphone. So I thought that was cool. And then one more thing, I know we're out of time, you can record your calls. So when you're on a call, you touch the record button right there. It says recording call. So if you ever get that fake call from the IRS saying you're in trouble, just push that button. It'll say recording call. I bet you anything that scammer is going to hang up. They don't want to be recorded, right?
Convenience, great price, all of the above. It is certainly limited quantity. It is not something that we have as part of our normal rotation now. Lori, thank you for coming in over the weekend to do this for me, my friend.
Thanks, girl. So great to see you as always, my beautiful friend.
Good to see you.
Soon.
I'm never call blocking you, by the way. Never block Lori Leland, ever, because we love her. Well, we love you. Don't hang up on your Panasonic. Of course, don't forget, we're also doing $10 off on our apply and buy on our HSN card. Always check with your service representatives for details, or you can call us at that toll-free number or log on to hsn.com. Well, if you are channel surfing here at HSN, happy Saturday. I'm Shannon. My cohort in crime, my other Shannon, is coming up at 12 midnight with a brand new Today's Special.